What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the TCG Empire YouTube channel. Today we are going over Final Standings Friday. If you're new here, you're not sure what it is, it's where we take the deck of the week and kind of break down how I feel the deck works within the meta and how I feel the deck overall does within the concept of what it's supposed to do. This week we did take a look at Single Strike Gengar being paired with Houndoom in order to accelerate the single strike energies. And I have to say that in a meta where Gengar is relevant, when there's a ton of Vs, it is something that cannot be understated. The ability to hit 60x for each V in play really hits big numbers, especially with being able to accelerate single strike energies and also have the plus 20 damage. It really means that you are in a position to kind of control the game and punish your opponent for playing their Pokemon down and kind of setting up how they need to. The struggle that the deck does face, though, is anything that isn't a V, you have a very hard time against due to the nature of Gengar's second attack. With its second attack, you do get to hit for 250 damage, and that damage is amplified by single strike energy, but the drawback is that you don't get to attack on the next turn. And with that being said, you also are not able to use their 60x attack because it does 60 times the amount of V Pokemon in play, not 60 plus 60, so there's no base damage. So that means that you're either being forced to attack with Houndoom, which most of the time you're not going to be able to one-shot anything, or you're going to have to use a big overpowered attack, which means you're not able to attack on the following turn, and in turn your opponent gets a chance to kind of recover, and it can kind of be endgame for you. But when it comes to Gengar as a whole, I think the deck is a ton of fun and does have a ton of potential. The disruption factors with being able to run Path to the Peak due to you not having abilities, it means that you're able to really punish your opponent, as I said, for kind of setting up their board. And even into things like Gardevoir, when they put one Zacian into play, it can really mess up the math as far as what they're trying to go for. Because with the Gengar, you can put 4 single strike energy on it and actually hit 440 damage to KO and Arcana, or in the situation where they damage themselves to power up their board, you actually have a bigger threat when it comes to it, because even though you're not doing a ton of damage, you're still doing enough to get the KOs. So overall, it's nothing too bad. As I said, though, this deck is a ton of fun, and I think if you're in a meta filled with things like Arceus or Mew, or even, things like Guardy potentially, depending on the list that they're playing, I feel like this would be a solid pick simply because Iono and Path to the Peak filled with a deck that can hit for super high numbers is super solid. So, as always, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. If you do enjoy it, smash that like button, subscribe, enjoy the gameplay in the background. It was the best one I could get with showcasing the abilities of what Gengar can do. And other than that, I will catch you guys on next week's Meta Monday.